Hi, this is Summer with Summer's Tips and Stitches, and in this video I will be talking about blocking mats. Okay, so quite a while ago I made a video about some things that I bought at my local yarn shop, and one of the things that I bought were these blocking mats. My local yarn shop is a knitpicks distributor, and so I was able to buy these. Now, I was very excited about that, and this, I believe, cost approximately $20, maybe more. And in this box were these mats. This is what they look like. This one actually has holes poked in them because I use them. And in this box are 8 of these mats. Okay, and they're really cool because, oh, I got a needle coming out of this one. They hook together like a puzzle, so you can make them, if you're making something really wide, you can use them, or if you're making something really long, you can hook them up in a rectangle, so you can make them the shape you want. If you're making a triangle scarf, you can arrange them like that, okay? And they're universal in their hookup here, right? So I've been using these, not all the time, because typically when I crochet something, I don't usually block it, especially if it's made out of acrylic. I know there's some people that block everything, but if I'm just gonna make like a baby sweater, a hat, a blanket, typically I don't block it. Obviously not amigurumi. But when you are making something with a natural fiber, like wool, alpaca, cotton, you can block it, especially if it needs to be in a specific shape, if the edges are rolling, if you want it to be even. And that's when you wet the item, or you can put it in a soak, depends on how you would like to wet it. And then you lay it flat on these blocking pads and you pin it in place with those little T-pins or stick pins. And you pull it to be in the shape that you want it to be in, and then it dries that way. And then it helps the natural fibers remember the shape that they should be in. So that's typically why like knitters or people who knit with more wool usually do that. There's actually, believe it or not, special blocking devices for hats and socks. I'll see if I can find some on Amazon and put a link in the description. And that they're more like plastic forms that you put in the sock or the hat to block it. Okay, so today I went to Harobor Freight with my husband. We're preparing for our camping trip. We had to get some tarp, and then my husband was getting these foam, he was calling them, what was he calling them? He was calling them foam mats. And we were gonna use them to put under the tent on the ground to have a softer sleeping surface for our camping. So I guess I didn't think about what he was gonna buy, right? So when we went there, we're walking around the store, he's like, oh, there they are. Now I'm gonna show you, this just blows my mind. This is what we bought. They are called, ooh, look at that, foam mat set. Now, as you can see, this man has assembled them down here, and this is under his workbench in his garage. You can also use these for like the floors in your basement. This is, as you can see, these are 25 by 25 for 17 square feet of coverage. You guys see how big this is? Do you want to know how much this cost? I'm gonna tell you guys, $8.99. This was $8.99. In here are 4 giant mats. Now, this is considerably cheaper. Now, I know a lot of people have talked about how the Dollar Tree has some of these foam mats, and I have seen them there, but they are thinner and not as sturdy of a quality. Now, how sturdy and thick do you need them? I don't know. But I wanted to show you that one of these mats from knitpicks, you see I got this needle in here that's stuck. It's about 1/4 of the size. It's stuck in here of this big mat. And like I said, it would be the equivalent of buying 2 of these pads for $20 or more. So I just wanted to let you guys know. Obviously, like I said, there's some people that there are some mats in the Dollar Tree. There's a little thinner. I don't know how they feel because they're in a plastic container. But these ones were at Harobor Freight. This was $8.99 for 4 of these big pads. Now, what I liked about these big pads is that if you are crocheting or knitting something that is large, let's say you're crocheting, you know, a decent size blanket for like a baby for a crib or a blanket, you could put 4 of these giant mats together to be about the size of a bed. Whereas how many of these would you need? You know, I don't know. So I was just thinking that this is an amazing purchase. Plus, it is considerably cheaper than the ones that I got from knitpicks. I finally got it out, you guys. Okay. So I wanted to share this with you. Now, I'm going to put a link in the description for these. You can buy, knitpicks uses Amazon Marketplace. So if you are just loving these tiny little ones and you're like, oh, I love knitpicks, I want to buy them from that, there'll be a link for that. Now, when you order from Amazon, knitpicks does get the money. It's not that Amazon gets it. I'm sure they share. So you can order these from Amazon. I also put a link in the description for the if I can find some sock forms and the hat forms. So if you're interested in blocking wool socks and hats. And then I was gonna dig around on Amazon to see what they have in the lines of shop mats. That's because these are for like the garage, for the workshop. And just see what they have. I might also see if I can find a Harobor Freight's link online to put those in there, because that's where, like I said, that's where Brandon got this big package for $8.99. That's such a deal. Now, there are videos out there on blocking. I believe I do have a video. I'll see if I can dig it out. Sometimes it's hard to find the old videos that you make. You know, and blocking, it has its place. It definitely is needed for natural fibers. And there are some people that swear by blocking acrylic. And I'm not going, believe it or not, it is on some, you know, message boards and whatnot, it's a highly debated topic, which I'm not going to join in on. I'm not going to tell you to block acrylic or not block acrylic. That's for you to decide what you want to do. Acrylic wool blends maybe need more blocking than not. I don't know. But if you're interested in purchasing some blocking mats, I highly recommend heading over to Harobor Freight and getting these 4 giant blocking mats for $8.99. It was funny, when I saw them at Harobor Freight, I got very excited, and my husband's like, what? And I even told the guys at the register, I'm like, all my knitting and crocheting friends are gonna love this. And they're like, oh yeah. The guy at the register even said when they did their child's playroom, they used these mats in there. You know, and there's some people that do that. I remember when the kids were really little, one of their grandmas had bought them mats, bigger than the blocking, the knitpicks ones. And they had like the ABCs, like foam inserts that came in and out. And so they could do it like a puzzle. Okay. So yeah, that's my exciting video. I'm going to try to get this up and going tonight, which I believe is the 29th or 30th today. And then we'll be camping for 4 or 5 days, and so I won't be back on till after the 4th of July. I'll see about making a video right away Monday morning. A yarn chat. Not that I have a lot that I've been working on. I'm still working on those Hugs and Kisses blankets. And I did make a little something for Maddie. Maddie asked me, and I pulled out a pattern and whipped it out. So, you know, that's that. Okay, folks. Thanks for watching and subscribing. Thanks for liking and sharing my videos. And until the next video, happy crafting. Bye.